Have you ever felt stuck in a loop of procrastination? You wake up determined to be productive, but somehow the day slips away and you're left wondering where the time went. It's frustrating, isn't it? We all want to achieve more, stay focused, and finally tackle the never-ending to-do list, but laziness keeps creeping in. What if I told you there's a simple, science-backed way to break free from laziness and transform your productivity without overwhelming yourself? It's called Kaizen, a Japanese philosophy that focuses on small, continuous improvements. And today, we're going to dive deep into how you can apply this powerful method to your daily life. Kaizen is a philosophy rooted in making tiny, incremental changes that add up over time. The word itself means change for the better, and it's been used successfully by major companies like Toyota to boost efficiency and innovation. But you don't need to be running a business to benefit from Kaizen. Anyone, yes. Even you can use it to overcome laziness and skyrocket productivity. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Start ridiculously small. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with productivity is that they try to do too much, too fast. They set enormous goals, get overwhelmed, and then give up. Sound familiar? That's where Kaizen flips the script. Instead of aiming for huge leaps, focus on micro changes so small that they seem almost effortless. Want to start exercising? Instead of committing to a full 30-minute workout right away, just do one push-up. That's it, one push-up today, and maybe to tomorrow. The idea is to build momentum without feeling resistance. This works because our brains naturally resist drastic changes, but they hardly notice tiny ones. Over time, these small actions create a habit, and once something becomes a habit, it no longer requires willpower. What's one ridiculously small action you can take today toward your goals? Think about it. Step 2. Make it easier to start. To ever notice how much harder it is to do something when it requires effort just to get started? Let's say you want to read more books, but every time you think about it, you realize your books are tucked away on a high shelf. By the time you get up, find the book, and settle down, your motivation has vanished. Here's where Kaizen teaches us to remove friction. Make it as easy as possible to start. If you want to read, keep a book on your desk or bedside table. Want to work out? Lay out your workout clothes the night before. The fewer obstacles between you and your action, the more likely you'll do it. Small tweaks like these make an enormous difference. What's one way you can reduce friction for a task you've been avoiding? Step 3. The 2-minute rule. Another powerful technique that aligns with Kaizen is the 2-minute rule, popularized by author James Clear. The idea is simple. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. But here's the real trick. If a task seems too big, shrink it down to just 2 minutes of effort. Want to write a book? Just write for 2 minutes. Want to meditate? Sit quietly for 2 minutes. Once you start, you'll often keep going, but even if you don't, you've still made progress. And progress, no matter how small, beats an action every single time. Try it out. Pick a task you've been putting off and commit to doing just 2 minutes of it. You might be surprised at what happens. Step 4. Celebrate tiny wins. One of the most overlooked aspects of productivity is positive reinforcement. When you accomplish something, no matter how small, celebrate it. Dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, is released when we feel a sense of achievement. This reinforces good habits and makes us more likely to repeat them. Finish reading one page. Give yourself a mental high five. Send that email you've been procrastinating. Do a little victory dance. These moments of celebration keep motivation alive and make the process enjoyable. So, what's something small you've accomplished today? Acknowledge it, celebrate it. Step 5. Track your progress. If you want to stay consistent, track your progress. That doesn't have to be complicated. A simple checklist or journal works wonders. The key is to visually see your small wins adding up. There's a famous productivity trick called "Don't Break the Chain," inspired by comedian Jerry Seinfeld. The idea: every day you complete your habit, mark an X on a calendar. Over time, you'll build a streak and you won't want to break it. It's a surprisingly effective way to keep going, even on days when motivation is low. Try it out. Pick a small habit, track it, and watch your consistency grow. Final thoughts. The power of small steps. Productivity isn't about working harder or forcing yourself to be disciplined overnight. It's about making tiny, intentional improvements every day. That's the essence of Kaizen. When you start small, reduce friction, and celebrate progress, you create an unstoppable momentum. So, here's your challenge. Choose one small change, just one, and apply it today. Maybe it's setting out your gym clothes, writing for 2 minutes, or reading a single page. Whatever it is, make it easy, make it small, and most importantly, make it happen. You've got this. And remember, every small step forward is a victory. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, be sure to share it with someone who could use a little extra motivation today. And remember, progress, no matter how small, is still progress. See you next time.